And for the main event, we have Michael Bisping versus George St. Pierre. And this is a really intriguing fight, real interesting fight. Bisping's a guy who was able to, get the title at the end of his career, something that no one saw coming. And, beat a lot of legends at the end of his career as well. But, let's not pretend like these guys were in their primes. He beat Anderson when Anderson was, well out of his prime. And it was a very close, contentious decision. And, then he fought Luke Rockhold and, knocked him out in the first round. I mean, you can't take anything away from that. That's probably the best performance of his career. And then he fought a 45-year-old man in Dan Henderson and went tooth and nail with him in another very contentious decision. So, he's barely squeaking by these old guys at the end of their careers as well. So, he's going to be fighting George St. Pierre, who's coming off a 4-year layoff. And everyone knows George St. Pierre. He has that style where he likes to, strike to take you down. And he's really good at it, man. He's the master of closing the distance, man. And he closes that distance. And when he gets in on those takedowns, he's proven time and time again that, he's going to take you down every time. No one has been able to stop his takedowns. No one's been able to stop his shots. And, I've seen Bisping many times get dominated in the grappling realm. He was dominated by Matt Hamill. He was dominated by Chael Sonnen, Rashad Evans, Tim Kennedy, all in the grappling realm. They were all able to take him down and control him, at least for portions of that fight. And he has gotten a lot better at that. He does have great takedown defense. I'm not trying to shit on Bisping here. He has a great left hook. I mean, I think he has much more power than we always say. I mean, we used to always call him pillow fists, but I think it's time to recognize that he does have some significant power. And it's all about whether he's going to be able to land that shot on St. Pierre, or if St. Pierre is going to be able to, take him down and grind him out for the 5 rounds. And, I just think George is the master of closing that distance, man. And everyone's talking about that 4-year layoff for St. Pierre, but Bisping hasn't fought in over a year as well. Bisping's taken over a year off. He's at the end of his career. He's actually quite a bit older than St. Pierre. I mean, I don't think there's any way around it where you could say that he has less miles than St. Pierre. I think that he definitely has more miles on the tank than George does. And I don't know, man. This is a really hard fight to predict. This is one of the fights that I'm definitely not going to bet on, and I'm definitely, least confident in my pick here. But I'm going to go with George St. Pierre, man. I think he's going to be able to do the same thing that he does to everyone to Michael Bisping, man. I think he's going to be able to control where the fight goes. He's going to be able to take Bisping down when he wants to. And, I think Bisping's going to get back up at times. I think that Bisping's going to definitely hit George, give George some trouble. But I think George will be able to win the decision, man. I think he's going to take a 5-round decision and win that belt.